Hey everyone, it's C Mystic here, back with another pick a card. Today's pick a card will be your month ahead, a taroscope for you. So it is being filmed in April 2021, the very beginning of April, but it is timeless. So whenever you come across this video, it is meant to reference the next 30 days or so for you. And I have channel messages for each pile. And I'm going to shuffle on camera and get that part over with. And then the timestamps will be in the description box below for each pile. I basically know what's going on based on the channel messages. So I took the time and actually searched the meanings for each, number or anything, for the channel messages. So I know basically the gist of what's going on, but anyway, I'm going to shuffle on camera, so when you do see synchronicities in the card, you'll be able to go back and look and see that, there was I didn't pick the cards myself or anything like that. But for the first pile, the charm that fell out for you was the bird, which is not surprising, given your channel messages. The charm that came out for pile 2 was the seahorse. The charm that came out for pile 3 was a tree, or the tree of life. And the charm that came out for pile 4 was a peace sign. So if you want to, you can go ahead and pause and meditate on which pile that you want. Like I said, the timestamps will be in the description box below as always. But I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling for pile 1. Hey, for those of you who chose pile 1, the bird charm, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So, the first thing I heard for you was tanzanite. You might think that I know a lot about crystals. I do not. I have the, selenite egg that I use and a black obsidian necklace for protection, but I don't know too much about crystals, especially the lesser known ones. But I looked it up and it is beautiful. It is usually an ultramarine color with a hint of violet. Some are lean toward, just being violet, but usually it's more of a blue, an indigo color. And it references higher consciousness and intuition and, protection whenever you go into those realms. Detoxification, which is a theme that comes up in your reading. It has a calming effect associated with the third eye, crown, and throat, uniting the mind and heart. Psychic powers into communication and truth and things like that. And then we have, let's see, the Page of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles in the tarot is known as the student, and all pages are known as children. So there you go. So it looks like you're going to be starting a new endeavor, and it may be sort of slow progress, but it's solid foundations that you're laying. So let's see, peaches. I didn't think that peach would have symbolism, but it does. It talks about happiness in all areas of life. It is sometimes known as the fruit of immortality and the wish of a long, healthy life. Longevity, which is a theme. Longevity is also a recurring theme. And let's see, I heard cheerleader, eucalyptus. So I looked up eucalyptus, and it too has some symbolism. It was sacred to the Aboriginals. Let's see, they called it the fever tree, and it helped with fevers and issues with the respiratory tract. It also has a purifying effect, removes negative energy when burned. So that theme comes up. You have a lot of recurring themes here, is what I'm trying to say. And it also, and the name literally means well concealed. So I don't know if there is something that you're having to hide about yourself, or a person is hiding something from you. Take it how it resonates. But, and trees in general can represent the division of underworld, earth, and heaven. So let's see. The birds kept chirping whenever I was trying to tune in for you. So that's why I was pleasantly surprised that the bird charm came out for you. Then you have the number 8. Wait, I skipped a little bit. You have the letter A, the letter X, but I guess that could be a symbol for something. Okay, so the number 8 represents balance. Life path number 8, that would be, the achiever. It represents abundance or infinity, which is tied to longevity here. And then it could also represent Scorpio, or the 8th house, which is, the 8th house is like, rebirth. Let's see. You could also think of it as the strength card in tarot, the 8th card, which is tied to Leo. Okay, 82 can represent abundance. Again, that's another recurring theme. Spirituality, which is another recurring theme. Purpose, strength, and completion. So 84, that can represent success through creative or practical abilities. And it does look like you're going to be learning something creative. And creative abilities comes up again in one of these, I believe. Okay, so 525 can represent prosperity. Again, with abundance. Opportunity. Necessary life changes. Being open and honest with yourself. and transmuting negative energy, again, with clearing out the energy. And 222 represents balance, having a positive mindset and harmony. So, the channeled song, I didn't get a channeled song for anybody else, but I did for you. And it was When Doves Cry, so again with the birds. And I've listened to this song about 1,000 times today. So, one of the lyrics is an ocean of violets in bloom. So that reminded me of Tanzanite, having the marine violet color. Okay. So, this is the energy that's going to be the focus the next month or so. The energies you're going to be embodying or encountering. We have Leo. This energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Chiron. So, Chiron is the wounded healer. So, it's whatever area that you have experienced a lot of hurt through and learned a lot and healed from. And you use that wisdom to teach others. That's what Chiron is. So it says your healing, your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. And this is your current energy, which is the moon. So a lot of foggy energy, confusion, possibly disillusionment for some of you. And this is your archetypes that you will be embodying within the next 30 days or so. We have Child Magical. So this is sort of a spiritual pile, it seems. So the law attributes, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. The belief that everything is possible, the importance of self-belief. Student, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Some people view this as the graduation card. So you're definitely mastering some lessons here. So we start here with the Seven of Pentacles. So this is you looking back at the past and all the energy you've put into something, all the seeds that you've planted and waiting on them to bear fruit, which maybe they haven't, because we have travel here and completion. And this has caused you to feel like you have missed an opportunity, or perhaps someone has missed an opportunity with you. And it's left you sort of at a crossroads here. And I find it beautiful that these three cards fell out together after the Two of Wands, because it shows exactly what the crossroads is. And this can be you or someone you're dealing with, a masculine energy you're dealing with, but what the crossroads is essentially the decision you're going to have to make is this card or this card. So you are thinking to yourself, am I going to fight? Am I going to put up a fight, stand up for myself, defend myself? You may feel backed into a corner in a certain situation. That's one option. The other option is to move on. And this is moving on to healing and calmer waters. So that is what you are going to be faced with in the future, unless you're already in this position. What is beautiful is the Peacekeeper card, and it says, let go of the need to be right. And I'll read that for you. Okay. It says, choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, Save your energy for what's important. So this is another theme that comes up for you about reserving your energy for what is important. What are you focusing your energy on? The negative, or are you focusing it in on yourself as to learning and healing and laying new foundations for yourself? That theme comes up a lot here. Now, we have Magic Guardian. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. So again, with power, all three of these mention power. Because the Peacekeeper said you hold the power to make the right choice. Let's see. And the Magic Guardian also talks about creating and manifesting healing and supportive energy for the highest good of all. So rigid we have here. This is where the longevity portion comes in. Peaches and eucalyptus sort of go with her. So she's all about fire and spring. Fire as in purification. Burning away what doesn't serve you so that new things can grow and come in. Let's see. So she's also about creating fertility, wholeness, purifying. Let's see. Power. She adds longevity to your pursuits and channeling energy for your growth. So another recurring theme there. Your spirit animals, messages for you. Okay, this is eerie because they both say the same things in one part here. It says, this Hawaiian owl here, it says, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. And then Mouse says, you're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on. Pay close attention, pay closer attention. So there's some signs that they're sending you or that you're missing. But you are going to be offered guidance here. And Panda says, create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. So this situation could be at home or work, of course. And it's about protecting your energy, guarding your energy. And where are you going to focus that energy? I get the quote, it's a poem, but it could be used as a prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That is what's going on here for you. But you are heavily supported, and they are trying to remind you of how much power you have. So it's all about purification, clearing out the old, burning it away. Don't literally start a fire or anything. I'm just saying, release what doesn't serve you so that new things can grow, so that the spring can come in, so that you can bear fruit. You're going to be learning a lot here. And you're possibly going to be helping others do the same. And there's energy here of you need to believe in yourself. This could be a negative mindset. This battle could be with yourself. But when doves cry, some of the lyrics here. How could you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what happens when doves cry. And there's another, I've listened to it like 1,000,000 times since I channeled it, so thanks a lot for that. No, I'm just kidding. But one of the lyrics is, "Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride." So pride is also a theme here with let go of the need to be right. It's not saying to stay, let go of the need to, not to stand up for yourself. Standing up for yourself can take many forms. It could just literally be walking away from a situation. There are times to stand up for yourself, and there are times to just walk away. So that is the energy that you have going on for you, and your guides are here with you, reminding you of your power, asking you to believe in yourself and to protect yourself with that sacred space. Don't let any negative situations or energies influence you, and pay close attention to the signs that they're sending you. So that is what I have for you, Group 1. I hope this resonated. If so, please like, subscribe, comment, anything like that would be greatly appreciated. And so thank you. Let's go ahead and move on to pile 2. Hey, for those of you who chose pile 2, the seahorse, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So you had a lot of beautiful synchronicities with your channeled messages and your cards, and even your charm, as it turns out. When I looked up the meaning for seahorse after you received this, uncanny. I do want to say that whenever I was channeling for pile 2, I did start to feel a little bit down. And it took me a second to realize why. That it was your energy I was picking up on. So you could have suffered, and this is the card that was your energy, so it explains, you know, that you could have suffered a loss or a disappointment or focusing on the negative. So I did ask Jesus and Archangel Raphael to be with you and help you with healing with permission from your higher selves, because I believe in consent. So that was the stipulation, with permission from your higher selves to be with you and help you heal. So the first word I got for you was karmic. You could be in a karmic cycle, a karmic situation, dealing with some negative karma at this point. And this symbol, I looked it up, and it means, it's basically 2 planets that don't understand each other or get along. So it kind of goes along with karmic if you think about it. It's also the energy of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So for your numbers, 24. So that can mean family, companionship, harmony, and that is a recurring theme in your reading. You have a lot of recurring themes here. 232. So that also deals with relationships, spirituality, introspection, wisdom, teamwork, self-expression, your growth and your goals. Again, a lot of that recurs in your reading. 34 meant the same thing as 232. So I won't re-explain that. 39, love toward mankind, wanting to help, possibly creatively, diplomatic, inspiring, tolerant. So it's a lot about humanity, dealing with people, family, relationships, but being diplomatic about it. And that comes up repeatedly for you. So you also got ashes. So there, like I said, there could have been some sort of ending or disappointment here. And then I heard cups, which would explain all this watery energy we have going on. And in my last pick a card, there was a pile that got a lot of W words for some reason. It happened again. I don't know why. Please tell me why. No, I'm just kidding. So I actually looked up some of the words, and whippoorwill can mean freedom, strength, harmony, again, but it could also represent a warning. Not to scare anybody, it could just be like a red flag to look out for. You did get warning again down here. Not only that, I heard birds a lot whenever I was channeling for pile 1. I didn't hear birds for any other pile except for pile 2, which was a different bird. It wasn't a very, beautiful little bird song. It was like a loud, and it startled me because I was, being quiet, meditative, and then I hear, So that kind of goes along with whippoorwill and warning there. There could be something to look out for here. Let's see. And I heard wind chime. Walrus, that can mean calmness, care, love, social behavior again, compliance again, diplomacy, family, friendships, taking care of others. So again, the same theme with that. And then, like I said, morning, and then waning. So a waning moon would be where there's just a little bit of light left, like the crescent. It's almost a new moon where it's completely dark. So the ending of something, sort of, And then I saw the outline of a bull and heard Taurus. And when I wrote it down on a different paper, and it's like messy. But when I wrote it down, I noticed that I spelled Taurus with 2 U's in the middle. And I'm like, why would I do that? 2 U's, double U's, double U's, W. What is up with these W's? Please tell me. So I thought that was funny. Kind of cheeky. But anyway, so Taurus. This is Taurus, one of the cards you got. This is Taurus. And again with diplomacy. Okay. Seahorse. So when I looked up the meaning for seahorse, I was astonished. It can mean partnership, like a soulmate coming in. But also, surprisingly, it could represent seeing all sides of a situation, diplomacy. And safe guidance through rough emotional waters. And how your roles can change with the tide. How things can change with the tide, being adaptable. And we will see that theme again come up in your reading. But so the energies that are going to be around you, influencing you, or that you will be embodying, what's affected, things like that. The second house, which is Taurus's natural house. And it's about your assets, finances, and things that you value. So this could be sentimental value. Value doesn't have to mean monetary. And then you have Neptune. And Neptune is about your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. So this reading itself is quite confusing and hard to interpret. There have been a couple other readers I've noticed this theme where they will have a pile similar to this that is very confusing and they have a hard time. The reason I know that is because I pick those piles. So this is my energy and I'm even having a hard time with it. So I understand. This card is Neptune. The planet for this card is Neptune. So this is all about confusion, illusions, delusions, daydreaming, fantasy, things like that. Okay. So the archetype cards, the intention was for these cards to represent you for the upcoming month. However, it is a general reading, so this could represent someone in your life, but I think it's more so you. We have Judge, and it says, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. You've got those Libra scales in here. And then Storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Okay. You are the author of your own story. And I feel like you are going to be judging what is value to you. You may have suffered a loss or disappointment or are focusing on the negative right now. You see this person is focusing on the 3 cups that are spilled, but there are 2 upright cups behind this person. And there's also a bridge to a castle. But this person is not focused or seeing any of that right now, because all they're focusing on is possibly yearning for what they lost or focusing on the bad things that have happened to them. But you are going to be coming out of that energy. I can gladly tell you. So we start here with this new opportunity, this creation or manifestation. Could be a new offer coming in for you, a new beginning for you, okay? But you're in this confused state. The offer may not be what you wanted. Maybe you wanted it, maybe you were focused on something else. You're like, well, I wanted that. I don't want this. And it's leaving you sort of confused. Not able to see the good opportunity that's in front of you because you wanted that other thing, you know? So it leaves you with this choice here with the Lovers. It doesn't have to be a person, you know? This is the choice card. So you're going to have to make a choice here on whether or not to accept this new beginning. Then we move here to the Empress, this Taurus energy. So the Empress, she is ruled by Venus. So this could be, as far as value goes, sentimental. Okay? It's almost, I almost get the feeling that you're reevaluating what is important. Okay? You're reevaluating your values. And what is best for the highest good of everyone, it seems. Because there's a lot about diplomacy here. And then we have here, you as the, ending up here as the King of Cups. So he is surrounded by choppy waters, but he is not affected by it. He is the master of his own emotions. He is the seahorse. Okay? And there's a lot of abundance coming in. Harmony. Harmony came up in the channeled. And so did abundance. But domestic harmony. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I'm going to get a bunch of money. It could, but it's abundance. Abundance in value can be emotional abundance, you know? It doesn't have to be monetary abundance. What is value to you? Maybe it's spending more time with your family. Maybe it's focusing on your dreams, you know? Maybe it's helping others, because there's a lot about teaching others, you know, humanitarian sort of energy here. So that is what you are going to be faced with, this choice. But you will be creating something new. She's about fertility, creation, nurturing, things like that, okay? She's pregnant. Some of you could be pregnant, having a baby. But it's creating something for yourself that is fulfilling, truly fulfilling for you. And becoming the master of your emotions, not focusing on the negative, focusing on what's important. And then Jesus, this card showed up for you. So this says forgiveness. So this could be forgiveness to somebody that hurt you. Forgiveness for yourself for focusing on the negative, perhaps. Maybe you blame the universe or blame God for something. Forgiveness is what it's talking about. And it says you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Again, healing. So, Jesus is about sacrificial love. So I'm going to read that part of the book so I don't mess it up or anything. This could be a continuation of pile 1 if you were drawn to pile 1. Let's see. The book says, a man who needs no introduction. Through both the Gospels and the Gnostic Gospels, we have come to know Jesus as the great teacher, loving God and generous soul who accepts us all. Although he is the focal point of Christianity, he will respond to anyone who reaches out to him. He helps us overcome sacrificial love when we have to leave behind something in order to get the love we want. He is also the light keeper we can call on to support us with forgiveness. He reminds us that our connection to love is the most important connection we will ever create. Love is the most important connection you will ever create. So yeah, this is all about getting back to what's important. I'm not gonna cry, you're crying. Okay. So we have snake here, shed old skin. Yeah, this is about releasing. Releasing the past, the negative thoughts, the negative situations that have happened to you. Releasing that energy and transforming. Druid, hold the space. Druids were storytellers. It's like you are the author of your own story, okay? You're rewriting your story. It's like you were in this energy, but then you're like, no. I'm rewriting my story. Okay. The Druid, hold the space. It says, hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. Which is interesting about staying strong with the changing of the tides here that we got with the Seahorse messages and the King of Cups. What is also interesting is how it correlates with the Chameleon card. Chameleon. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. So it's not trying to control the outcomes of anything, you know? Releasing that control. Being adaptable. Being still. Being calm. Rather than attempting to direct the course of events. Maybe you had a certain course in mind for yourself. Again, with how the seahorse represents how roles you feel you play, archetypes you feel you are, how that can change with the tide, and how that's okay. It's meant to teach you things happen for us, not to us, right? Sorry. Things happen for us, not to us, right? So the picture we had painted for ourselves maybe wasn't what was for our highest good or for the highest good of others. Maybe our soul valued something else that we weren't even consciously aware of because our ego was in the way, perhaps. But you're rewriting your story now. But it's asking you to allow that to happen. And then Humpback Whale says, music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. And with this storyteller here, there's music notes coming out of the mouth there. What are you speaking into the universe? Is it negative? Is it, I'll never have this? Or, you know, yeah, you're going to be rewriting your story and thinking more positively. Seeing the bigger picture of everything. So let me see. If there's any more messages for you, I feel like pulling you something else. Any messages for group 2? Share your voice. Wow. Okay, share your voice. Come out of your cave. Persecution, expression. Persecution and judge. Were you judged harshly? Share your voice. Well, that's too many. That's definitely too many. Transformation. Yeah. Okay. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah, you're going through a lot of healing. And there's a need to be grounded here. I want to say, like, I'm getting the tree again. It's rooted, but it's flexible in the wind, okay? That is your energy here. On the bottom of the deck, it says the crumbling. What are you clinging to? Since there's a lot of aquatic energy, I'm going to pull some mermaid little oracles here. Is there anything else that would help group 2? Any confirmations of validations of anything? Any messages? Free spirit. Acceptance. Yeah. Decisions you don't say. I don't know if there are any more in here. Nothing's coming out. Awareness. Positivity on the bottom of the deck. Just in case there's any sort of love situation, I'll pull some of these for you. I didn't do this for pile 1. But I understand the confusion here. And I just want to try to make things give as much detail as possible. Okay, is there any messages for group 2? Past life relationship. We did have the karma. You have known each other before. So some of you are dealing with a past life situation. Could be a relationship or just a situation from your past life, you know. If you resonate with having a past life. Some of you won't. But it just could be something from your past here. That flipped over. But let's see. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So that kind of goes with the whippoorwill and the warning. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Yeah, you're on a higher path here. Definitely. Okay. I don't know if I should. That's too many. I'll just take them all anyway. Stay optimistic about your love life. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Pay attention to the red flags. So you got that twice, my loves. And religious factors twice, my loves. You're getting divine protection here with something. It's like you're ascending. You're on a spiritual path. Some of you, and those spiritual paths come with hard lessons sometimes. So like the tree, if you want to have branches that reach to heaven, you're going to need roots that reach to heaven. Sorry, I ran out of phone storage there, but what I was saying is you can't have branches that reach to heaven without roots that reach to hell. As above, so below. You are not a shallow person. You are a deep person. And to get to the level that you are getting to, you're going to have to go through some trials here. That's going to teach you things. So that is what I wanted to say. So thank you, Pile 2. If you resonated, please like, share, or comment. It helps a lot, and I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead now and move on to Pile 3. Again, thank you. Hey, for those of you who chose Pile 3, the tree, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So I'll start with the channel messages. So I heard pencil. You could be a writer. You could be, working with the law of attraction, vision boards, writing down manifestations, things of that nature. I get more of this sense, though, is that you're rewriting your story. You could be taking stock, though, because you have storage also that came up. So, or perhaps you're holding on to things that you're going to be letting go of, perhaps. I also heard snake and rabbit. I don't think this is two separate people. I think you are embodying both. Both of these energies, and I'll read some symbolism for snake and rabbit. So snake, of course, can mean transformation, shedding old skin, which would, tie into storage as well. And the rabbit can represent abundance and luck, good luck, and fertility. Fertility comes up a lot in your pile. There's a lot of recurring themes here. That's actually with all the piles so far. I've had a lot of recurring themes. But anyway, so I'll move to the numbers now. So 29. So that represents teamwork, diplomacy, compassion, and it could, represent completion of a cycle. Remind you to trust in your abilities, enlightenment. So that's a recurring theme for you. Trusting in your abilities and enlightenment comes up again later. And the number 2 can represent harmony, balance, consideration, love, things like that. 84 can represent success through creative and practical abilities, like your gifts and your talents. Again, here with your gifts. And 434 can represent, it's like where discipline meets creativity, where patience meets achievement, where commitment meets joy, that sort of thing. I also heard jaguar. So jaguar, that is you. That is your spirit animal for the month. I know it's not in here, but that is what spirit gave me for you. And I found out why. After looking up the meaning for it and seeing these cards, yeah. So jaguar, in Native American, it means he who kills with one bow. And it can represent power, fearlessness, courage, strength, beauty, loyalty, fertility. Again, with fertility. spiritual power again. So yeah, that's you. So I heard Queen of Wands, which is a lot like Jaguar. So Queen of Wands can represent fertility again, and assertiveness, helping others, organizing life. Like I said, taking stock, pencil, organizing things. So 3 of Wands I heard for you, and that can mean travel, expansion, foresight, like spiritual foresight, self-confidence again, freedom. Basically, fortune favors the brave is the gist of it. And I heard 2 of Cups, so that can mean partnership, and again, harmony and balance. So yeah. So this is my spiritual warrior, my spiritual badass pile, okay? So the energies that you're going to be encountering, working with, embodying, areas affected, things of that nature for the next 30 days. We have Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. Ain't that the truth about mischievous, lively, informative? So a lot of that sassy energy, whether male or female, little sass going on here. So you have the 6th house, which is naturally the house of Virgo. And it says the work, health, and duty area of your life. So this is your day-to-day routines, taking care of yourself, having healthy habits, organizing, that storage message. We've gotten a lot about that, organizing. So right now you are embodying, your current energy is the Strength card, which is Leo. This is sort of about taming taming the beast, you could say. But you can't be tamed. No, I'm just kidding. So, Avenger. It says, oh, this is the archetypes for you for the next 30 days. And it totally makes sense here. So you have Avenger. And it says, desire to balance. We got a lot about balance already. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Yeah, that assertiveness that came up earlier. That fiery, spunky energy we got going on. And then in reference to the messages we got about your spiritual gifts, we have Healer. And it says, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So it's like you're a spiritual warrior here. This could be you working on yourself as well. Standing up for yourself, taking care of yourself. But because we have here, speaking of elegance, we have you showing up as the 9 of Pentacles. So this is an elegant, desirable female energy, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a female. It's just the feminine energy. But it is independence, okay? Abundance. But then it shows you taking a leap of faith, starting this new venture, this new beginning. And it's funny that Temperance came under the Strength card here. Harmony and balance is a recurring theme as well with you. So it's like you're becoming balanced internally and having more peace and harmony. And this is going to lead to celebration, okay? And it could even lead to you know, meeting members of your soul family, spending time with friends, family, things like that. But it's celebration nonetheless. And you end up here, you go from the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. So this is a healer. She is a nurturer. She's an empath, intuitive, compassionate person. Okay? And very abundant and fertile. So it's like self-mastery. Like you've learned to master your emotions and to go for what you want. And to help, it looks like you're going to be helping others or yourself in some very profound way. But since it is a general reading, it may vary as far as to how profound. But I do get a lot of spiritual warriors here. Shamanic journey is what I want to say. But it's going to lead to a lot of happiness for you. And you're showing up here as this beautiful energy that helps others and brings harmony. Very beautiful energy. So for your oracle cards, I will start here with Odin. And it says, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. Speaking of spiritual gifts, see truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Odin gave up one of his eyes to sort of know all things. And he has these two ravens that fly out and gather information and then report back to him. So that could have some sort of symbolism for you. She-wolf. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. The she-wolf is a powerful shamanic soul that is half wolf, half woman. She is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or, in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by limiting factors or weaker members of the pack, or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of wilderness and the unknown, and encourages you to be free and unchained, and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within, and track down what you need to do to express your true self. So a lot about all three of these have to do with gifts, as does this, as does some of the channeled messages here. But Oracle, it says, wait for important information. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The Oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer of the deck. It also says, bringing the message to look beyond all that you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. Speaking of those ravens, Condor, and it says, you're too enmeshed in this situation. Too much storage, right? Too much baggage. You're too enmeshed in the situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking any action. That's what this said. Getting more information. Look at the bigger picture here. And then Boar. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage. And that Queen of Wands energy that we had. Okay. And you will emerge victorious. Bam. Okay. Wolverine. You're a lot tougher than you think. Well, you don't freaking say. I mean, you're a jaguar. You're a lion. Avenger. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. She-wolf. Oracle. That is what you embody, okay? So it's asking you, it looks like it's asking you to take a step back, look at the bigger picture, focus on yourself. Because it's like you're going on that shamanic journey that I mentioned. It's like it's asking you to see, she is trying to tame the lion here, but it's almost like it's asking you to release yourself instead. And this can represent higher learning. It's Sagittarius energy. So you could be someone that is a spiritual leader in some way, a healer of some sort, definitely, taking up for others and yourself. It's like there is like a fire lit in you. I hear that song by Queen. I don't know the lyrics at all, but I just hear, I want to break free. It's like, I want to break free. Yeah. That's what I feel for you. But focus on you and your health. Healing yourself. Avenging yourself. By taking care of yourself, creating that peace, starting over, getting rid of the past, what doesn't serve you, or things that were holding you down or holding you back. That is what you're going to be releasing. But again, it's asking you to look at the bigger picture and gather more information. You do have a lot of abilities and psychic insights, whether you realize it or not here. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage. Courage. Yeah, I mean, this is someone who's not afraid to face their fears or face their demons. To purge and transmute that energy. I'm going to see if we can get I'm going to pull some of these Work Your Light cards because it does look like you're a light worker or something of the sort. Any more messages for pile 3? Okay, we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Okay. And you also have the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. What did I say? Leap. Are you kidding? Oh, wow. Okay. You go first. The universe will catch you. I mean, really. Bottom of the deck was... Where are you being called to journey to? Are you serious? Shamanic journey out the ass here, you know? Let me see. Let's just go some more. Why not? Pile 1 didn't get this, but Pile 1 did get a song and nobody else got a song, so I guess it kind of evens out. Any more messages for pile 3? Have 7 heavenly virtues. Keys to goodness. Go with the flow. Let things happen. Epiphany. Seek clarity. So we got that about seeking more information and things like that. So bottom of the deck was choices. Make the best choices. Okay. So that is what I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated. If so, please like, comment, subscribe. Anything like that would be very, very appreciated. So again, thank you. And let's go ahead and move on to pile 4. Hey, for those of you who chose pile 4, the peace sign, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So the peace sign that came up for you, I can understand why that fell out. It seems like you are going to be trying to find harmony and balance here. So the first thing I heard for you was firecracker and then fire hydrant. So a lot of fire words. So firecracker can mean expelling a lot of energy really quickly and then burning out. I don't know that I get that message for you though. I think it's more talking, just trying to reference fire. And then I heard anamorphous. So obviously I had to look that up. And so anamorphous basically means something without form. So like a mist, a cloud. I wonder if fire would count as anamorphous. Or you know, like a light body, something of that nature. And then the letters A, R, and V, and then the number 25. 25 can represent wisdom and elegance, spirituality, freedom and independence, curiosity leading to progress, things like that. And then the number 3 can represent creativity, beginning, middle, end, mind, body, spirit, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, like Trinity sort of things. Divine help, originality, individuation. Let's see. And then you receive this symbol here. So as it turns out, there are 2 symbols like this. One goes this way and one goes the other way. So for you, this one means rebirth. So with fire and rebirth, I'm getting a lot of Scorpio energy, a lot of Phoenix energy rising from the ashes. Okay. And fire is purification too. It's burning away the old so that new can come. And then I heard wands again, which fire. So, what else? I heard Exodus. So, I heard this in a dream for myself about a month or so ago, where I was told that I was going through an exodus, and what it meant was they were taking me out of a situation that that didn't serve me at all. Okay, and for you, this could be a karmic situation. Something disappointing happened to you, maybe loss or grief, something like that. But it's taking you out of a bad situation for your benefit. And then I heard winged serpent, which I'm assuming means dragon. So there's that. So this represents the energies that you will be in or encountering within the next month or so. And you have the moon. So very intuitive. And it says, your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. This could be a continuation from pile 3. Yeah, okay. So, and then you have the 7th house, which is Libra, usually. The area of your life, this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, either romantic, business, or family. So I think you're going to be trying to restore balance in some area, one of these areas here that it mentioned. Romantic, business, or family. So the archetypes that you got, that you will be embodying within the next 30 days. You have child eternal. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. See, and body, mind, and spirit. And then with the number 3, one of the meanings was mind, body, spirit. Yeah. So there's that validation there. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. And you have dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So it's doing what you love without overthinking it. Having fun with things. Child eternal. So your energy right now, this can represent giving from a place of superiority, but based on your other cards, looks like it's more referencing balance, give and take. You do have the 7th house here, which I said it was Libra, balance. And you have more cards than any other pile because a weird thing happened when I was shuffling for you. After I got, let's see. So the Ace of Wands flipped over, but it didn't fall out. So I took that as, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to use it. So I turned it back over and started flipping again. And then the Page of Wands flipped over. I'm like, okay, I got it. Gotcha. Wands. We want those wands, apparently. So anyway, so without realizing what I was doing, I needed to get the energy card on the bottom of the deck, but I had already started shuffling again for some reason. So I didn't know if when I realized that I flipped it over and it was the 3 of Swords. And I thought, I can't take this because I've already started shuffling again. So I'm just going to pull another row and see what happens. So these two fell out together, which would explain that 3 of Swords here. Because it shows you being in a state of sadness. It could be guilt, regret, you know, a lot of negative thoughts going on. And then the energy card on the back of the deck then was this one, which reminds me a lot of the 2 of Pentacles. So I think it's talking about balance, but we'll start here. So we start off with you being in a place where it's sort of a self-defensive energy, but it's a fighter energy. You know, it's like standing up for yourself, possibly feeling backed into a corner where you have to defend yourself in some sort of relationship here that is not fair or balanced. Okay, and then it shows you trying to balance, trying to figure out what to do possibly. And then we have the Hierophant here. So this speaks of traditional values, traditional institutions, health, marriage, commitment, things like that, which could be any area here. Family business or romantic. So you're trying to figure out what to do in reference to something that is convention or traditional. Could be a relationship, could be a business partnership, could be a place of employment, things like that. But then we have you here. And this tells me, this shows the imbalance here. This shows you having been put in a place where there's a feeling of lack. I don't think you were getting enough. I think you were giving too much. And it left you feeling out in the cold. And it's like you're trying to find your hope again after this. So then we have the new beginning over here, okay? It's like a new opportunity, a new passion project, a new spark in you. But you're still holding on to what happened. You still have those negative thoughts that are reoccurring, possibly even keeping you up at night. Like I said, could be guilt or something like that too. But a lot of emotional turmoil here. But the Page of Wands. One of the readers I watch, Jess Puckett, she refers to the Page of Wands as the sage. So think of it as a saging this energy over here. So he's going to sage that for you. Okay? And you're going to end up here as the Queen of Cups. A nurturing, compassionate, fertile, beautiful energy. Because you're getting rid of the negative, okay? You're burning that away. So we can move on down here to your animal cards. So this could be spirit animals for you. We have penguin. This period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And cheetah. And it says, get clear on your intentions, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goal. Grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Living in the moment, sort of. Let's see. Okay. Animal guardian. A lot of animal energy here. Actually, a lot of birds. We have two birds here. Bird, bird, wings, wings, wings. And then they're flying. And then we got winged serpent. So it's like you're getting your wings. You're becoming that phoenix, okay? So it says, trust your intuition. You have white witch, be the light. That's what you are doing, okay? And then heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. I think you are afraid of being vulnerable and opening up to somebody again. But it is showing you have empathy. That is clear. And then we have white sage. Or sage. Then we have white eagle, ancestor spirit. And it says, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So that could be this situation that's going on. Patterns in your ancestry that you're clearing with the fire energy. And then we have Mercury. So Mercury, yeah, that reminds me of this, with all these overthinking thing, you know, negative thoughts that, you know, bombard you. And it's, wait a minute. Wait a darn tootin' minute. Okay. Winged serpents. Hello. What is this around this staff here? Serpents. What is this? Wings. I mean, come on. What more do you need? Seriously. What more do you need? So this is like the symbol for health too. Universal symbol for health. And it says, And it says open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Speak up with love and be heard. Speak up for yourself, but do it with love. Okay, so I'm going to pull some of these cards for you. Feathers could be a symbol for you with all these wings. You could have a lot of angels around you. And we have, it says no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Boundaries is what I get from that. Don't let people take too much from you. We have answer the call. What is your soul trying to tell you? Or sorry, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yeah, like what is your soul calling you to do? I mean, this could be like a childhood dream here, especially with expressing yourself creatively, and that kind of, the grouse kind of went with this. Learning to be free, live in the moment, be yourself without overthinking or thinking too much on sort of the negative situations. Speaking your truth, you know, throat chakra, you're going to be working on. I get that strongly. So, what else? And you can look up, you know, different ways to help with that, but it's about speaking your truth, living your truth, knowing who you are, seeing the truth, communication, clairaudience, things like that. So we have the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Wow. It's like you're getting ready to like make some sort of like shake up here. Yeah. I mean, for some of you, it could be in regard to sort of spiritual leading or something, but I mean, it definitely is a soul expression here. And you've been training for this for lifetimes. So maybe in the past or in past lifetimes, you were sort of stifled, but you don't have any bondage on you anymore because you are without form. You are anamorphous. You are a light being. So there are no chains holding you down. And you have all these wings. You're free. Exodus as well. So on the bottom of the deck we have share your, are you kidding? Okay, share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. So again, with self-expression and persecution, I mean, don't worry about what other people think. That could have been what was happening here or has happened in the past for you. But come out of your cave. Exodus, to exit out of a place. Come out of your cave. So just in case there was any, if this had to do with relationships of any kind, I can pull some of these romance angels for you. Any messages for group 4? See, that flipped over but didn't come back. Retreat. That reminds me of Exodus. So it says, let me see. Okay, it's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, you are disconnected. You're free now. And then we have that's way too many. Any more messages for group 4? Here we go. Okay. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to you. Maybe that's what's bothering you. Maybe that's what you're worried about for some of you. Yeah. Balance could be restored in a certain relationship, but I think you're the leader of that by creating boundaries for yourself and not letting anyone take from you. But, I mean, yeah, it could be a reconciliation with somebody, a significant relationship here with the 7th house, the Hierophant, representing commitment and, you know, reconciliation. Be careful, though. And then, okay, let's see. One more. That's 15. Yeah, that's too many. Sorry, guys. I'm trying here. Oh. You deserve love. Yeah, you do. You are lovable is what it says. On the bottom of the deck here, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So with separation and reconciliation, there could be a separation, and the reconciliation is what you have been worried about for some of you. Maybe you're leaving a bad relationship to perhaps reconcile with someone else. You could be going through a divorce. You could, or, you know, this could be in business too, or family. This could be a separation is needed so that you can reconcile with yourself, like heal internally, you know, connect with your higher self, become whole, as they say, into this energy here. But it could be, I guess, keeping things on good terms. What is the word here? Civil, keeping things civil. It could be that for some of you. It's going to be different for each person's scenario. So take it how it resonates here. Let me pull one more card for you. Just one. And then I'll leave you alone. That was a weird Irish accent. So, anybody got some Irish ancestors up in here that are... I'm picking up on or something? I don't know. Okay. good fortune. Invite magic in. Oh, I said one, and then here I go. Lord. Leadership. Epiphany, seek clarity. Leadership says set your goals. On the bottom of the deck, we have Dragon. Oh, bam. And it says discover your courage, courage, courage. Okay. So, yeah. And then dragons are associated with fire, which we got. And yeah. So that is what I have for you, pile 4. If it resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. Anything like that would be very, very appreciated. So thank you, and hopefully I will see you again next time.